Hello, welcome to my shop. It's my first video. I'm just doing my Jeep Wagoneer with Super Duty axles swap, and I'm redoing the suspension. I wanted coil springs all around, so they don't make a kit for that. So not that I could afford a kit, but so I decided to make my own. This is my rear end 4-link setup. Built a new cross member. It's got extra holes for adjustment. Top arms as well have holes. It's a pretty heavy frame, so I don't think I need to do too much to the frame. It's 6 inches deep. Probably a pretty tough frame. Right now I have posts set up in the suspension. That's what the springs I got have them set at. Those are the springs. They're Bronco front end spring, 6-inch lift, but they're pretty heavy. I was hoping it was going to sag another couple inches. So right now I think my angles, well, I'm confident my angles are off. So I might have to add another hole to lower my lower links. One more. That shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going to, I'll double up the steel, line up the top 2 holes, and then drop another one below here. And that should improve things. I really don't want the vehicle to ride this high. It's very high. Getting old, so I don't want to have to need a ladder to get in. But I plan on riding 38-inch or 40-inch tires. You can see the line where I plan on cutting the rear end or the rear fender. That's a pretty minor cut, pretty easy to fix, I think. This is a pretty solid Jeep. I have the typical rocker rust. I plan on cutting that out and turning it in, like building a whole rock slider in there. So there's the rear end. I think it's pretty good. It's all set up, centered and all that with the laser beams and the strings and stuff. I didn't document that because I was not thinking of making videos. So, oh yeah, there's my top bracket for my basket for my coil. I did it pretty cheap, like everything I do. Just whatever, plate. And this is actually a 6-inch pipe. It's pretty heavy duty. I got a clamp in there. I've already ran the springs through their cycles. It holds pretty good. There's my lower basket, my truss. I didn't want to try to weld on the ductile pumpkin. So I threw a couple bolts in either side. I think that's plenty strong. Like it's to the axles and stuff. It's just the top links. I'm not racing or anything. Maybe I can boost it or beef it up a little bit more at a later time. You can see my upper mounts and stuff. I got angles and on the outside as well, just for backing for the inner bolts. Those are all 1/2-inch bolts so far. They're pretty strong, grade 8s. Or no, maybe they're only 3/8. I'm going to drill the front ones out for 1/2-inch. If they're not already, they don't look like 1/2-inch. But anyways, they're all grade 8s. I got lots of bolts. I didn't want to weld to my frame either, so I basically plated everything and bolted. Oh yeah, those are 1/2-inch, because those are 3/8. I know that. I might drill out the other ones, but I mean, I got 8 bolts on the frame, 6 on the basket or the mount. Oh yeah, I might flip this over so that it's inverted and I can use the height adjustment, and then that would give me some adjustability and lower my ride. because I'm sure I don't want it this high. This is freaking high. God, it's probably, well, it's probably quite a bit. 27 inches or so. Lots of ground clearance, but I don't really want that much ground clearance. And this is my, I'm going to hold it up like this. Yeah, I bought a motor. It's an LM7. Guy told me it was running. It looks like it was ran into a river. The cylinders were all full of water when I pulled it out. But I had waited like 6 or 7 months after buying it. Called the guy back. He's like, I don't understand. Anyways, when you buy a motor, take the freaking heads off right away as soon as you get it home, and then at least you can maybe get your money back if the guy's trying to screw you over. I have to make a new cross member. I had my old one set up on this transmission and stuff. This is a NV4500 transmission, going standard. Didn't want to keep the automatic. I like standard for reliability. I plan on overlanding this vehicle. I'm not going to race it or anything. I want a fairly capable vehicle that's not too crazy, but I like to go fast down gravel roads. So I'm thinking I want to, build a very capable transmit or a suspension that's able to do some flexing on some slow speed, like, rock stuff. But I really want to just basically drive fast down gravel roads. But, it should perform very well. I'll test it in my backyard before I take it on the trails. Plus, this is going to be a probably a daily driver. It's my only vehicle, well, other than my work vehicle. But I mean, I don't really want to buy. Well, it'll probably not be a daily driver. It's probably going to be too crazy. But I've got lots of room in here. I'll have extra room over the fenders, so I plan on cutting the tops of the fenders down and then replacing it with some heavy sheet metal. And I'll put 2 batteries over on that other side, and I want to have a lot of room. I'm going to move the heater core probably into the dash or somewhere inside the vehicle maybe. So I have a lot of room on this side. I would love to get a turbo someday and get about, my goal is around 600, 700 horsepower out of the motor, which would be a wicked off-road machine. Just for fun, I made myself a new grill. I'm going to replace, this is an 86. It had the ugly 86 grill, which I don't like. And so I thought I'd go back to the original looking vehicle, but it's a little bit different. I'm going to swap out those headlights for round ones and have it look cool. I think that would look cool. Oh yeah, and this is my front end. I've done again, I'm trying to do it as lazy as possible, but I mean, fabricating everything myself. I'm not really a welder. I'm not really a fabricator either, but I think this looks fairly strong. My lower arms are bent this way because I want to run stock offsets. I'm running a narrow vehicle with full width axles, and I don't want to I don't want to cut the axles down. I don't even know how they would do that. Well, it would cost a lot of money. So, big budget constraints on this job. I don't really want to spend like 20 grand on a bunch of stuff. So, these are my front links, my lower links. I'm going to truss the axle. I'm going to drill and tap this plate into this ductile here. And then I'm going to weld to here and create a truss with that. The other side shouldn't be a problem to create a truss. And then I'll run my 4 links out here. I got drive shaft obviously running up there. But if I run a 4-link up here, the top link's up here. So it'll be like a parallel, well, it'll not parallel, but a 4-link front end with a track bar. I have designs in my head for doing a high steer system. Again, I don't want to weld to the ductile. So I'm going to make use these bolts here and then around and then go into here. So that'll be an interesting design and make. I'll have to probably get some work done on that with the like a CNC table or something at a local fab shop. What else? Yeah, this is my build so far. So I think those lower links look pretty good. It's 2-inch DOM quarter wall, pretty beefy stuff. I got the one thing on the side. I'm a little not worried about the bend, but I might do a little more wrap around the bend, because sure as hell would rather have a bolt break than my links bend. So again, I kept the stock lower mounts. I was going to keep the stock upper mounts, but there's no way I could make that one bend and not have it interfere with my drive shaft and my wheels. So this will allow me to, if my measurements are right, I should be able to run 40-inch tires on like stock offset wheels. So that'll put my tire poke around 3 inches either side. Probably could avoid a vehicle inspection or getting in trouble from the cops with that amount of tire poke. But again, I'm an old man, so I don't really anticipate lots of hassles from the cops. I've ran a lot of crazy vehicles on the road and never gotten in trouble from them before. So other than talking on my cell phone, but don't do that anymore. It's dangerous. Okay, so this is my first video, my build so far. Jeep Wagoneer, LS swap, Dana 60 axles in, well, Sterling 10.5 in the rear. These are from a 2005. And yeah, my first video. Everything I made myself, all the links, everything cut, welded, all the trusses, all by myself. And I got some time. Well, other than working, I basically spend time on this thing. And I basically build everything myself. So I just want to encourage people to build things themselves. I mean, I'm not that great of a welder, but I'm learning, getting better. Take your time on the welds and make them look pretty. I think this looks pretty cool. And it looks, I think it'll be strong. Yeah, I don't anticipate these failing, because I mean, compare these to links that you might buy. This is, beefy, and then some. All my plate is 1/4 inch, and it's built heavy duty. Not really worried about weight. So I want 600 horsepower. And what else? Yeah, by the time I'm done, I'll probably have the bodywork and all that done. I mean, I hope to make more videos, so we'll just see this pattern go through. I anticipate I'm about a month I started about July 1st. This is now August 15th. And that's an extra time build, and I've gotten this much done. So I anticipate I will, if I keep this pace up, I should have my front end mounted next weekend, and figure out suspension, springs and shocks and all that stuff. Again, I'm doing springs and shocks because I can't afford coilovers, even though they look they just seem to be outlandishly priced. And I don't think a spring fails. A coil, like just a coil spring, you're not going to fail that. But with these coilovers, you bust your shock, you lose your spring. I don't know how that often that happens, but it just seems, all your eggs in one basket or 2 baskets. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll post more as they come. Again, this is unedited. I don't have a photographer. I just want people to see what can be done by someone who's just a weekend fabricator and, have a little bit of courage and a little bit of, almost arrogance to think that you can just build whatever you want. So, there's lots of information on the internet on geometry and stuff. Didn't even bother using a calculator because it just requires a lot of information. But I mean, in the rear, you have the top link separation. I got 45 degrees, and that's what everybody says they want, plus the inside one. The lower ones are in about 10, 15 degrees, so all the numbers seem to be good according to what I've read. Oh yeah, kept the stock lower mounts because they look pretty tough and they work. They'll work. I don't know if I said that already. Anyways, I'm rambling. Okay, hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you like my Jeep. I've had this thing for 4 years. It's my vehicle I plan on having till the day I die. So it'll be great. Okay, thanks a lot.